Hello, this is a Tradesight Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2013. Hope you're having a good trading week. Certainly had a good one here on Tuesday with some nice winners in Google and Baidu. I'll be putting together a separate YouTube video reviewing the Baidu trade as we got a short and long entry separately and both worked. The long entry much better, but still made money both ways on Baidu today and nice winner on Google among some other stuff. So it was a good trading session. Here's a look at the S&P 500 daily chart. We've been watching this trend line. We've been watching this seeker count that got to 11 over a week ago. With a little update today, and we closed slightly positive, we're almost to the point, a little more upward movement, actually just holding this level in general will give us the 12 tomorrow because the two-bar look back will be looking at yesterday's action, which was this low day, and then any more movement upwards on Thursday will give us the 13 sell signal. So we are still in range to get that. I would like to get that signal. I've been saying that for a while. And of course, Friday is options expiration. You never love to see a sell signal or a buy signal for that matter right before options expiration because the market's heading into a point where it has the least overall protection in place, if you will. Look at the options market as basically a broad insurance market. And on the weekend of options expiration, you sort of get a breakdown in that insurance. So getting a sell signal on Thursday heading into options expiration could be interesting for the next few days. We have been seeing the same pattern this week as last week. Monday, very, very light on volume. Today, Tuesday, looked light as well, but we still ended up at least at 1.3 billion NASDAQ shares, which is better than the we're at 1.5, which is better than the 1.3 that we saw on Monday. So volume a little bit better, and that gives us better trading action. Probably see some good volume on Wednesday. Now tomorrow is Wednesday. It is options expiration week, so that means that there's a decent chance that we will see the options unraveling move on Wednesday. If we don't see it Wednesday, probably see it on Thursday. So we're looking for the options unraveling move, which starts after the first hour's play. We'll be calling that play-by-play in the lab as usual if we get it. If we don't get it Wednesday, could get it Thursday, and unlikely we'd see it on Friday. Friday going to be a very slow day. August options expiration is one of the slowest of the year every year because you're in the middle of summer, in the middle of the heat. It's a single expiration, not a triple. And so Friday's probably not going to be very interesting. But we do have PPI tomorrow morning before the bell. And then on Friday, we're going to have the CPI on Thursday, we're going to have the CPI as well. So we do have some data to look forward to between here and the end of the week. We've also got capacity utilization, industrial production on Thursday. Housing starts building permits, revised preliminary productivity for Q2, and unit labor costs all Friday morning, even though it's options expiration. Let's take a look. This is the NDX 100 index, swept a new high today, helped out by Apple's big push up to the almost 500 level. Apple's run here in the last couple of days from 452, 454, so up to 490 at the close today. It was higher intraday on rumors about the iPhone 6 announcement coming in September. And so the NDX was up. But again, we're looking to get that sell signal from the S&P here in the next couple of days, and then we'll have them in place for both the NDX and the S&P. We'll be watching that risk level you just saw on the NDX as well. Here's the stocks up a little bit today, not surprising with the Apple move. Here's the biotechs, really didn't do much today, which is interesting because, as we know, banks and biotechs often lead the market. And here's oil. Was back flat today at 106.52 for the close. Let's just take a quick look at intraday action. Here's the ES 5-minute chart. This is the start of today's action, Tuesday's action. This was the start of the week, Monday's action. So you can see Monday we got a little gap down, headed up to fill the gap with no volume in the market, really flat, basically a 5-point range for the rest of the day after that opening 10 minutes. Today we got the gap up. We filled it quickly. We went a little lower. Volume was poor, and it looked like it was going to be a pretty slow day, but we ended up with this big rally over lunch, and then straight sideways the afternoon was pretty boring. Here's the NASDAQ futures, the NQs as well. You'll notice the 13 sell signal on the spike on the Apple spike this afternoon that drove the futures higher. That settled the market for a bit, and then one more push higher and a pause. The NASDAQ side obviously taking out the highs of the last few days, while the S&P side is not. That's it. So we'll be looking for hopefully a slightly green day tomorrow to get that 12th bar towards the seeker count on the S&P 500 and hopefully volume improves. The one wild card is, of course, options unraveling, and if it's big enough to take us either direction, could be to the upside even, which will help us out Wednesday. Just need to hold that level then on Thursday to get the 13 sell signal. We'll be in the lab. Have a great week.